glassing for these birds here. When we came down through, we called from right up here and the birds, they stayed quiet on us. We came driving down through here. We stopped and looked. Just beyond the cows, there's that hedgerow, and there was one tom on the other side of that hedgerow. He was out there strutting and ended up having another one come rolling up over the ridge here. It looked like the one tom either laid down or went up in, and the other one just ended up working back and forth for a little bit and rolled back over that. And that was 12:30. I don't see them out there right now, but that doesn't mean to say they can't be just out of sight. Those bushes hide a lot of this field, and it rolls over the backside. I mean, they could be up in there picking, getting ready to pitch up to roost. Gonna hang out here for a few, see if they show up, and if they don't, hopefully they gobble on the limb.
Maybe we should take a stroll in the backside and see if we can kind of get up in there and listen.
Yeah, I like the sounds of that.
We're gonna make a loop around here and then we'll catch up with you on the other side, folks. There's a little cut here that kind of runs up to that field, the backside of that cattle pasture, and we're just gonna kind of cruise up there. Figure out at least a way to get up in there in the morning. This looks like the quietest, slinkiest way to get up in there. But we'll find out, see what kind of fences are in our way, and figure out kind of the lay of the land once we get up in there and what's overgrown and what's not, because you never know if the maps are right. So I'm gonna kind of do a little homework / maybe we'll hear them gobble on limb or hear fly up right there.
Yep.
Good cruising, bud. That's the back of that field. Looking at it, the cows are over there, right where Eric's at is.
Should be enough airspace out over this field and being up above them that we should be able to hear everything out. Picking our way up this finger, they're starting to run into some sign on the edge of this cut over here. Pretty much once we got up and around the sticker area and we got to the habitat break, we ran into some more. Assuming we'll see it all the way up through here, we should. Sounded like rip, dude. Sounded like gobble. We just had a train coming through. They were blowing their air horn and it sounded like a bird straight up the hill. He's a little ways up there, but at least we got a direction. We have an idea where he's at. We're looking at some tree sign and a bird ended up just hammering. What do you think? Maybe 250?
Let's get closer.
I don't know if we dare push any farther. What do you think? Get up to that high point over there and listen. It's only like 150 yards, I think, to that back corner of that field. The back corner of the field's only about 150 yards down through here. We got up in there, and as it got dark, we ended up getting that bird to gobble. He actually gobbled on his own first, and then with some hoots, he got gobbled enough to get a pretty good idea on where he is, probably within 40-50 yards where that bird's roosted. So in the morning, we'll be back in to pay him a visit.
Hopefully you can talk about the voice.
Oh, all right. Shower, bed.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Rolling out the slums, man.
Gotta edit a mess. Let's go get some Taco Bell.
It's 3:22 now. We're headed back to that bird that we had gobbling on the limb last night. So we gotta get down and below them, and we got a long walk up in there, so we're gonna have to beat feet and make some time. Once we're up in there with them, I think we'll be right in the game off the bat. of this bird. We're on a logging road and it looks like he's roosted right off it. He's probably 150 yards, give or take, down this road. Our thought is he's gonna pitch up high and hopefully our decoys are set right out here in this roadway. And you can see him from a long ways down this logging road, so plan is he pitches down, works his way up this road, comes into the decoys and gets shot. Birds were ended up being down this logging road. They ended up pitching down. And they were around. And they're gobbling. They were like a 45 a bit over our back shoulder. We're assuming they're gonna end up on that field edge, so we're gonna kind of pick our way up into here and just kind of see, try to see what the situation is, what the woods looks like, and see if maybe we can see the birds. It drops off pretty quick down through that opening there. One bird just gobbled straight down that opening, down over it. They might not be as far as we think with as much ground there is between us and them, and they could only be 150, 200 yards over. There's definitely a couple birds gobbling over here. If we're gonna get on that top, we better do it quick. It's up to you. I don't know what you're thinking about our camera setup, but just 40 yards difference. When we were sitting there, I mean, once in a while we could hear them, but just this 40-yard difference here. I mean, we're hearing them consistently gobbling. We want to get on this open top here. Let's move up, I guess. I'm just kidding. I think we got solid ground between us and him. I think we, yeah. Let me slowly pick my way up just to make sure he's not in that. Well, that's that. Probably would have worked a little closer, but he stuck that head up and I couldn't resist. Didn't miss this one.
What are we doing over here, boy?
Getting our tag filled out and get this filled out, get this bird checked in, and hopefully we can find another one before noon. We know where some are, and hopefully they're somewhere we can get to them. Hopefully they're willing to work. These are the birds that we ended up seeing and roosting last night. They ended up taking off on us, headed this way, down this ridge, and ended up The one longbeard that was answering the most, he was hung up pretty good. I mean, for man, probably a good hour or so we were in, you know, just back and forth, kept him gobbling and he'd answer us. And finally the bird just broke, ended up getting everything kind of ramped up and cut right up on him, and that bird ended up boiling over, and he ended up working his way right, he picked his way pretty much right to us. He did have a hen that was just off to his right, and he was starting to come to us, and he started quartering once that hen, she came up from the bottom and was talking back and forth. Everything went well, and hit this one, and hopefully I can hit the next one.
Me too. What call were you ripping on today?
That was the Red Devil unmarked edition, but as you can tell, that's what I'm typically, they're my most used ones. Anything, all these ghost cuts I like a lot. They seem to run easy. I mean, even, especially if you're a beginner, it doesn't take a lot of air to get good noise, and you can get a lot of control out of it. I mean, you can get high, I mean, you can kiki run with it, you can go soft for your clucks and purrs. I mean, you can get the yelps with that little bit of kick to them to get that concussion out there, and I mean, you can dial it right back for tree talk. I can sound like a gobbler, young hen, an old raspy hen, or just, you know, probably in my mind the most versatile for me. For how I blow a turkey call, the ghost cut is just, it does everything that I need it to do. TriStar, Walmart special, got the rattle can custom, some True Lock chokes, Burris fast fire. Got the Burris on the Some Toy custom mount.
Check out how crimp these pants are.
I need a little more green to them. Gotta get the rattle can back out.
Homemade camo pants.
Well, everybody makes them, so like if I got them long enough for my legs, they're like I could fit 3 of me in them, you know?
Yeah.
Gotta make do.
We's out. Stay tuned for more coming at you hot here from the New England states.